Good day dear chess lovers, Soren here, and in today's video I want to share with you another interesting game where we're going to see a mighty pawn storm. On the white side is English chess player Henry Edward Bird and his opponent is Hungarian chess player Isidor Gunsberg. This game is from 1889 6 American Chess Congress tournament. 2 years later, in 1891, Gunsberg would narrowly lose World Chess Championship match to Wilhelm Steinitz. But before starting the game, want to cover with you the daily puzzle which I shared with you in my last video. The position is from Tal versus Olafsson game. This is a sideline actually. Yeah, and in here the task was to win with the white pieces. I got really many wrong answers, that's why I decided to stop on this before starting the game. Many of you said that rook e7 is winning, but in this case black can just answer with queen takes d6, and the winning move is actually a very beautiful bishop d7 move, with which you want to deflect this bishop in order to occupy the d5 square with your knight, thus intensifying the pin, and yeah, in this case already white is winning. Yeah, just no way out. Victory is just a matter of moves. Knight takes f6 is just coming, you are winning the game. Okay, back to our main game. Bird is on the white side and he opened up with f4, an opening which now carries his name, Bird opening. Gunsberg's answer was a slightly passive looking b6 move. Well, usually black is answering with d5, but in the game we have b6, which is allowing white to occupy the center with e4. e6, knight f3, d5, and now with d5 black is blocking the light squared bishop's diagonal. And we're like reaching a position which with a different move order you can also reach by starting the game with French defense. For example, we can reach that position by starting the game with e4, e6, and these are the moves which can lead us to the same position which we have in our game. In here black played knight c6, c3, rook c8, a3, g6, b4. Instead of thinking about castling as soon as possible, white is going for a queenside pawn push. d4 is something which is really good, but in the game we have b4. Yeah, d4 is good because the b6 square is already occupied. Black can't put pressure down g1, a7 diagonal, and this is something which is worth taking into consideration. Instead we have b4, and white is like falling behind in development, is not castling in time, and soon will pay a high price for it. a4, knight h6. Now black knights are hurrying to intrude inside white's camp. There comes knight g4, meanwhile with knight a3, knight c2, white is covering the e3 square, but there is also another weakness on white's king side which black successfully emphasized, and by first removing the knight from f3 secured the h4 square for the queen, and there comes queen h4 check. In case of king d2, black can just go for knight takes h2. In the game we have g3, and there comes knight takes g3, h takes g3, queen takes g3 check. Suddenly black got really a nice chance of harassing white king. In case of king e2, you can even get checkmated, that's why you have to be very careful. Bird played king d2 and lost the pawn on f4 as well. King e2, another check. Well, this is crazy, guys. Black queen is munching everything on its way. And at the moment, against the piece, black has 4 pawns, right? Which is more than enough. Black clearly stands better. King g2, which is a serious mistake, after which already white is losing. A tough defense starts with king g1, and the idea is that in this case, you are keeping the second rank free, and your queen can be useful when organizing the defense. Now to check, you can answer with queen g2, but instead we have king g2, and now bishop d6 is something which is really very unpleasant for white. Knight takes f3, king takes f3, another check. Yeah, this exposed king is a huge problem for white, and that's something on which black is relying, and all the time by giving checks is making his position better, and at the same time is winning more material, right? The pawn on d3 also drops. Knight a3, h5, rook a2, h4, and now, yeah, black is hurrying to make use of his pawns. Queen b3. Of course, black could also boldly go for an exchange of queens, because, yeah, these pawns are guaranteeing an easy victory. You can go for it without hesitation, but still, Gunsberg decided to keep the queens on the board. Meanwhile, this h-pawn is marching forward. h2 check, king f2, queen c2, queen e2, rook h3. Yeah, we can see that in this game, white failed to put an adequate resistance, and without meeting a tough defense, black is marching forward and is destroying everything on its way. Meanwhile, black rook goes after the pawn on a4. Is he going to win it? Yeah, why not? A free pawn is always a good idea. There comes e5. From white side, it was really bad of moving back the knight from f6, you know. It somehow demoralizes black's position, but he strangely moved it back. Yeah, brought back to the second rank, where it stands really very passive, and yeah, this is something which is not even creating problems for black. Black is just enjoying his advantage, and gradually is making his position better. Just no way out, you know, white's position is hopeless. So the pawn on c4 also drops, right? This is crazy, guys, this is crazy. White gives up everything, which has rook e4, bishop a1, g5. What is interesting, at this point we are on move 53, and if we take a look, we can see that still black has all 8 pawns on the board. How do you like this craziness, guys? Let's enjoy this position at the moment, because with his next move, white is going on move 54. White is going to win one of those pawns. Yeah, the pawn on h4 drops, but that doesn't mean anything. Now black is going for a simplification, and then we'll move forward. King g4, g2, rook e1, rook h2, king f3, king f5, and finally at this point, on move 61, Henry Bird resigned, because these pawns are unstoppable and victory is just a matter of moves. So this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed this pawn storm game. Bird actually played very badly, and on the other hand, without meeting any obstacles, Gunsberg made use of his pawns and won the game confidently. In the end, the chess puzzle for you, where the task is to win with the white pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in my next video.